Adding alternative text is one of the most important things you can do to make your websites accessible. On UIS's Drupal websites, alternative text is a required field for all images. While creating alternative text, remember, context is key. Pause the video and take a look at this example and think about which option is the best fit for this photo. When thinking about alternative text, keep in mind these rules. Be accurate in presenting the same content and function of the image. Be succinct. This means that the correct content and function of the image should be presented as briefly as is appropriate. Typically, no more than a few words are necessary, though rarely a short sentence or two may be appropriate. Do not be redundant or provide the same information as text within the context of the image. And do not use the phrase image of or graphic of to describe the image. It is usually apparent to the user that it is an image. And if the image is conveying content, it is typically not necessary that the user know that it is an image that is conveying the content as opposed to text. With these alternative text rules in mind, now what do you think would be the best alternative text for this image? Option A, George Washington, probably does not adequately describe the content of the image. The fact that it is George Washington in the painting may not necessarily be relevant to this context. Option B, painting of George Washington, may be adequate, but it does not provide much additional content. However, it may be appropriate to describe the image as a painting as opposed to a photograph or other image type. Option C provides more information that may be helpful to the user to identify the content itself. Remember that alternative text is not just for the blind. Many sighted users would be able to identify the specific painting in question given this description, whereas George Washington alone would not be descriptive enough. Option D might be appropriate if the purpose of the image is to present a specific art technique, and the content of the image itself is not important. Option E may also be appropriate alternative text if a detailed examination of the painting is in order, but it is too long and verbose to be of much use. Such text would be better served as text within the web page. Good alternative text for this next image would be student at graduation smiling next to Jack the Bulldog. And this one could be Georgetown students enjoying the beautiful day outside of Lounger Library. As a heads up, if you do your own research about alternative text, you'll find that many websites recommend using empty alternative text for images that are purely decorative. This is true, but for UIS Drupal websites, we must have alternative text on all images, even decorative images. Another thing to keep in mind, screen readers can't read text that is part of the image itself, so don't add any images with text to your website, including flyers or other printed media.